Hello class. Now this is API Tutor and this is my first video on this channel. Now I'll be guiding you on Laplace transform. Laplace transform. Laplace transform. So how do you define that? Let's say if f is a function, if f is a function, if f is a function defined on an interval 0 and less than what? Infinity. Now the Laplace transform, the Laplace transform, the Laplace transform, the Laplace transform of the function f of the function f is defined as what? Let's say the Laplace transform of what? Of a function of t is defined to be what? Integral from 0 to infinity. From 0 to infinity, then we have exponential minus st, then a function of t dt. So what does that mean? It means if you are taking the Laplace transform of a function of t, we are expected to get what? A function of what? A function of s. Now, what does that mean? Let's say we are given a function of t. Let's say our f of t. Let's take example. We have example 1. Now, let f of t to be equals to 1. So what does that mean? It means when you are taking the Laplace transform of 1, by definition of Laplace transform, we have integral from 0 to infinity, exponential minus st. Now, when we have f of t, it is equivalent to what? To 1. That is multiplied by what? Multiplied by 1 dt. So which is equals to what? Integral from 0 to infinity, exponential what? Minus st dt. Now, when you take when you integrate 0 to infinity, exponential minus st dt, what do we have? So it means we are going to have, let's say we have limit as t tends to infinity, integral from 0 to what? To t. So it means t is tending to infinity. So it means t has taken the position of infinity. We have minus exponential minus st dt. So when you integrate exponential raised by minus st, what do we have? We have minus 1 over s exponential minus st. And don't forget, we have our limit. We have our limit as t tends to infinity. So what does that mean? It means we are integrating from between 0 to what? To infinity. Now, when you substitute, so it means the upper limit minus lower limit. Now, when you substitute your infinity from your exponential, it means I'm going to have what? Minus 1 over s exponential minus, when you substitute infinity, I'm going to have infinity, then minus, then don't forget, we are taking the subtracting lower limit from upper limit. So by doing so, this one becomes what? Plus 1 over s exponential what? 0. Now, don't forget, when you are taking the exponential raised by minus infinity, this returns to what? To 0. Is that correct? Is that correct? Yes. So exponential raised by 0, we have what? 1. So 1 times 1 over s, we have what? 1 over s. So what does that mean? It means if you are taking the Laplace transform of 1, Your answer is what? 1 over s. And take note, provided that what? Provided that x is greater than 0.